Hey everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about Offsite SEO. There are two different aspects of Offsite SEO. One is in relation to links and the other is not related to links. So we're going to talk about these and get into a little bit more detail about that. So the first one is referring domains. It's as easy as the number of websites or domains in the internet world that refer back to your website determines how much authority you have. You could have thousands of different links, you can have only a few different links. The more links you have, the better your SEO will be. It's as simple as that. The next point is link authority. There's a term out there in the SEO world called link juice, and this is a slang term that is given in the community and in the industry of how you rank, whether low in link juice, which is at the bottom, or high in link juice at the top. And it goes from 0 to 100, and really depending on how much link juice you have gives that authority to you. Now you could have referring domains, like I mentioned before, that have high link authority referring back to you, and you are rewarded for that. Or you could have a bunch of different sites out there that have low link authority, and you then don't get as much authority for that because their link juice is not as high as others could be. Now, for instance, New York Times could have high link juice. They have a high link authority. They have a lot of traffic going to them. So if you have a link on New York Times, for instance, referring back to your website, that gives you more authority, more relevance in the industry. The next point on this list is anchor text, and that is the linkable text on a website that when you click on it, it links to another page or another website, totally different domain. It's very simple. It's blue text, and when you hover over it with your mouse changes the design to show you that it's actually clickable. Any search engine out there actually looks for these anchor texts on a website, and it's all about relevance, right? So, the more anchor text you have that link to other pages, these search engines actually monitor that and go through that with their crawler, like we discussed in the other video. And if it's relevant, if that blue text is relevant to what they're searching for and the page actually has to do with what that anchor text is, you get higher authority, higher ranking for that anchor text. So the more you have of those, the better aspect of your SEO could be. The next point is relevance. Now, Google, Yahoo, any of these search engines out there, it's all about relevance, right? The more relevant you are to a keyword that is searched for, the higher up in the rankings you will be. It's that simple. Now, we're talking about offsite SEO and link related, right? So if we're talking about a website that is in a completely different industry that has nothing to do with your business, and that website links back to your website, there's no relevance there. So the authority that you're given based on that link is not as high as if you were on a blog or an article that is industry relevant or is relevant to the site that you're linking to. So that relevance has everything to do with offsite SEO. The next thing is traffic. Traffic is a very, very important aspect of this offsite SEO. Now, if you have links from different websites that have a high number of traffic to it, for instance, New York Times, or another very high trafficked site, and it links back to your website, you're gonna have higher authority. It's as simple as that. If you get a link on a website that's brand new, that has maybe one visitor a month on it, you're not gonna have as much authority. The search engine's not going to award you that ranking for that traffic. So again, the higher traffic these other domains and websites have that refer back to your website determines, an aspect of this offsite SEO. So those are the link-related points that we wanted to discuss. Now we're going to go over the non-link related points of offsite SEO. So the first one we call NAP for short. It's name, address, phone number. This is very, very simple. Basically, anywhere on the website that mentions your name, address, and phone number, and mentions your business, that is very, very relevant. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to link, because we're not talking about links here. We're just talking about what we call a citation. Every time that your name, address, and phone number is mentioned anywhere on the website, that is a citation. The more citations you have, the better that your website will rank on the search engine results. Brand mentions. Another point of your business company name being mentioned out there on the website. Other websites, the more times your business, your company is mentioned on the internet, the higher authority that search engine will give you. It's as simple as that. It's a very, very simple term. And reversely, the less mentions you have, the less relevant Google will consider you. All right, Google My Business. This is another aspect of NAP. It's a page that Google assigns. You have your name, your address, your phone number, but you also have other aspects of it. You have the reviews on your Google My Business. You have Q&A. You have different posts that you can do on Google My Business. This is a very, very important aspect of it. The search engines crawl these Google My Business sites. It's an aspect of Offsite non-link related SEO. It's really that simple. So if you don't have a Google My Business, you should get one. Regardless if you're a local brick and mortar store or a national brand that you sell online, it doesn't matter. You have to have a Google My Business. That is an aspect of SEO that is very, very important. Reviews. Okay, not everybody knows this, but reviews actually has to do with your search engine optimization. Now, it's not only just reviews in general, it's good reviews. It's how many positive reviews you have. Google actually sees that and makes you more relevant. So you could have, if you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 4, 5, even 3.5 star reviews, that's a better aspect of your search engine optimization as opposed to if you had just even a couple 5-star reviews or many, many bad reviews. This is a very important aspect of SEO. Not a lot of people relate reviews to SEO, but it actually helps a lot in the aspect of getting you increased in your rankings on the search engine. All right, the final point we want to talk about is social signals. Now, this is also a very interesting aspect of it. Social media is on the internet, and as we discussed before, the bot, the crawler of Google or any of these other search engines are constantly crawling the web. And if you have social media mentioning your website or your own social media accounts that actually mention your business and your website, that actually improves your SEO. It's very, very plain and simple. Not a lot of people know that, but it is a factor. So if you have social media, great. You need to use it. You need to be posting to it pretty routinely. We like to say, post at least something 3 times a week. And if you could do something more than that, we'd recommend you doing maybe 1 or 2 posts a day. That helps your aspect of SEO in relation to the offsite SEO. Okay, so those are the points. Those are the link related and the non-link related. I hope you found this helpful. Again, watch out for our last video in the series. I will see you next time.